Hello, you beautiful, beautiful people, and I'm so happy. This is the most awesome, recovery ever. So if you missed my last video, I'll put a card annotation to that video. We started with $0. For some reason, the park had... This is my super realistic series, by the way. The park had a massive... I think it was a bug, but I don't know. Suddenly, the guests were all really unhappy, demanding refunds. Everybody left. We also had and still have, a weird bug where people will spawn at the entrance rather than walking in, and they've already been in the park, so they've been teleported there. I've looked all over. I still can't get it to stop. It's a weird bug. But throughout that episode, like I said, I'll link to it if you want to watch it. I was kind of trying to come up with ideas, thoughts, and eventually, at the very end of that video, I kind of cottoned on to the fact that, okay, now we're starting to make a profit, the shops are bringing in income, the ride's doing okay, the park ticket price is okay, and we went from 0 to minus $50,000, starting to creep back up. Now, about 2 hours of game time has passed since then, and I even recorded an hour of it. But I kind of got to the end of that recording and I was like, you know what? It's kind of a boring video, and maybe I'll edit it and you guys want to see it, and I'll name it like the unseen episode, so let me know if you want to see it. But basically, now we've got $38,000 to play with. We've got a fairly profitable park each month. So as you can see here, the average month we make around $3,000, which is where we kind of left it. Although, I will say, things dip down a lot, and up again, and then down again. And I've had to do a lot of analysis and kind of playing around with shops and things. I'll talk about that in a minute. But we're in a really good spot, and I'm just so happy, drop a like if you are as well, that we managed to recover from probably one of the most stressful situations ever. Now, there's a few changes I need to walk you through. First of all, so the initial drop of park rating, everyone was hungry, everyone was thirsty, so we, with our last few dollars, basically spammed a few vending machines around the park, and that is where we managed to start making some money back. But now everyone's kind of had food and have beverages, they're actually costing a lot of money and not being used, so we had to basically tweak that. Now, if I show you the money side of things, I think, yeah, if we go to attractions and go to shops, so you can see now most of our shops are making a nice profit each month. But I've been going through each individual shop, if you like, and a lot of these ones losing money now are vending machines. So I'll go over to the vending machine, and you know, I'll see that it's getting some customers and it's getting some use, but it's losing some money. Now, for the most part, I've left them if they're not losing more than $300 a month, because they are still, if you look at the customers, serving customers, which is really important. And that basically means someone's been thirsty and they need a drink, so having that close has helped them not complain about that. So the whole shops thing, it took me so long, kind of tweaking, going through a month, seeing what works, what doesn't, and we finally fixed it. The other thing we've done is played around with queue times and stuff. So one of the big things we did here, and this ride I might end up deleting, which is a real shame, because what I did is I extended the platform, as you can see here. I will at some point remove this building because it looks terrible. But despite of that, this ride still loses a lot of money. It loses around $1,000 a month. The queue, people complain about the queue as well. So if I go oh, I'm not queuing that long, and I don't have enough money to go on it. It's like, I'm trying to fix this, but I think the problem is it just costs too much to maintain. A lot of it is the utility cost. It's around $2,000 a month to run this, and it only really makes $2,000 of income, and then that doesn't include the car costs or anything else. So this ride, although it has a lot of customers and the people are enjoying it, that's losing us a lot of money. There's a few others as well. You can actually see if I go to park management and go to rides and attractions. So I've been doing this as well. So there's actually not that many rides that give you a profit. But that's because I've tried to edge up the pricing as much as possible, but it gets to a point where people don't want to pay it because there's an entry fee. And a lot of you have suggested just get rid of the entry fee, and then there's kind of a way you can manipulate the pricing by timesing it by 3 of the prestige, and then people will pay it no problem. I could do that, but I feel like I'm in too deep right now. I feel like if I reduce the fee of the people that have come in, that will annoy them, and then put the prices up of all the rides, no one will use them. So that is like a long, year-long curve of everyone that hates the new system leaving, and then new people coming in. So, like, I'm kind of happy with where we're at right now. But yeah, you can see there's a couple of rides that cost a lot of money, and they're all at this end. So part of me wonders, like, this ride here, which is honestly, I think, maybe my favorite ride in the park, doesn't get many customers, but I have a suspicion it's because it's so far away. So my temptation, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, is to maybe put it closer, or I don't know, I haven't quite worked it out. I might actually pick it up from there and move it close to the entrance. I'm certainly going to build a ride here today because we've got loads of money, and that's great. But I definitely need to keep that in mind, that a lot of stuff is quite far away and customers just aren't getting there. They're spending all their money, they're getting tired by the time they get to that, so it's not practical for that ride to be there. But anyway, like I said, we've oh, there's another thing I've done as well, a major thing. I also tried to fiddle around with 2 things. This ride, I've now got 2 bike trains, if you like, going around separately to hopefully get the queue moving quicker. Honestly, it's not really worked. I even put in a priority pass section, and a lot of people want a queue, and I've desperately tried to get more people, like get a bigger thing going. Like, I've never got it to work, so maybe I can take a longer look at it another time. But yeah, this is another ride that has not that much profit, but it's not too bad, honestly. Anyway, so the other major thing I've done is basically, it pains me, it really does, emptied this top half. There were shops up here that were losing $500, $600, $700 a month. This whole area, honestly, is kind of annoying because, one, the janitors don't stay here. Even though I make a work roster of these shops, they don't stay. They leave, and then trash gets left everywhere, sick gets left everywhere. In fact, you can see over here, look, there's trash, just, oh, it's not good. The guests get really tired coming up here, and I even had to close this ride because it was just losing so much money, but I couldn't delete it because it looked too cool. So yeah, maybe in the comment section, let me know what you think. Should I just remove all the rides up here and leave it for now? It's kind of a sad situation, honestly. Like, even this, I left this water store up here. It loses $100 a month, but as I said, if you are up here and you want a drink, you've got a long way to go before you get one. So it's not serving many customers, but it's serving the customers well, which is important, I think. So yeah, that's my predicament. That area up there is probably losing me quite a bit. That 500... 700, so 1,200, 1,400, and yeah, it's probably, this whole area up here is probably costing me around $1,000 a month in profit and stuff. So that's kind of not great, unfortunately. Anyway, that's the update. That is an entire, it took me around 10 minutes just to explain what I've done, but I promise you it's way more interesting than what happened in the last episode. So with that being said, let's get on and build a roller coaster for today's video. Okay, so with $43,000 in the bank account, I really want to build a ride that I know is going to be really difficult to maintain. It's going to be expensive, but I made a video about it not too long ago, and it's so cool, and I think you guys will agree. It's a wooden coaster. It's a really retro coaster, but I kind of have a soft spot for it. it's quite cool, and it's called Hop the Gaps. It's this one here. It's $360 to just build a station, but it's so retro and so old. It just looks so cute. But anyway, so the plan is to build it over here. So I kind of have built my entire park all in that direction, and I think it would be nice now to start building in that direction, and then maybe in some way having a transport ride to take you from one end to the other and have little stations and stuff. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but short term I'm going to just start building stuff up towards where, well, I say where I am. That's not how it works in the video, on the video, but like towards the green space. Over the other side is really popular and stuff, but I really just want to utilize stuff, people coming into the entrance and catching people as they leave. So that's the plan. Anyway, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually make a massive queue, because I think that would be beneficial for everybody. So we want people to come onto that side and leave on that side. Yeah, I think that's good. And I'm actually going to make the station quite large, because I want loads of people and loads of cars. I want this rapidly firing people out. Not literally, but I want the queues to be small. Okay, so one really annoying quirk of this coaster is this is the tallest that I can actually... Oh, sorry, as steep as I can go. So it is going to require quite a bit of, you know, height here, or time, I should say, to get you up quite high, which is going to affect our ratings. But this ride's not really about height and speed. We're definitely not going to build it as high as the other coaster. What it's about is, like, hop the gap. So we're going to be doing lots of, like, waves. It's going to be, you know, making you jump out of your seat, a bit of weightlessness. And I think that's really, really cool. So that's pretty much how we're gonna run this ride. So yeah, this is as steep as I can do it, 25 degrees. So it's, yeah, it's a shame, but there we go. But it's gonna allow us to do some really fun things here, and it's just gonna be a really long ride that's gonna give you some serious airtime, which I'm super happy about. Alright, so here it is. It's looking pretty good. I finished the build, and it's really cute, actually. I need to get a rating, so I'm gonna just check. This all looks exciting. This is obviously fast forwarded, but so far, so good. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's get a rating here. What do we think? Alright, so the rating, 6, 4 fear, and really low nausea. It's pretty good. Let's give it a little test drive, actually. Kind of want to see this little ride. Alright, so here we go. If you've not seen... Actually, let's just go on the interest here while we're going up. Look at this little rickety ride. It's so little and cute. You don't have any real safety features whatsoever, which I love. I think that's great. There's no seatbelt. There's no harness. Just you sat with a bar. Hold on tight. It's going to be good fun. And hopefully you'll get some weightlessness. But here we go. Let's do this. Whoa. Whoa. Going about 30 miles an hour. That would be pretty scary in something that you don't have anything to hold on to. Oh. Oh, it's so nice and little and cute. Oof. It's actually not too slow. I feel like we're going faster than real time. That was just real time. That's crazy. Whoa. Airtime. A little bit of air. So when it goes minus 1G, that means you're lifting out of your seat. So if you kind of watch the ride and look at the vertical G-force there, if it goes less than 1 or less than 0, that's what it means. Which is pretty cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just missed the ending there. Alright, cool. All I need to do now is hook it up. And yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about this. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, so let's do the entrance and exits. So one thing I really want to be careful of is I want to make sure you get on right by the gate and you get off right by the gate. And that will help. Like, in Planet Coaster is weird. When customers come off rides, they walk incredibly slowly. So having that reduced and having it directly off the ride is going to be massive. Okay, is there any of them close? Yeah, one of them's almost close, so nearly a constant flow of coasters going on and off, which is perfect. Okay, so I've enabled the fast pass system, and I did it a little bit ahead of time, so it actually looks neat and thought out. It doesn't look terrible. So I need to dress this up with scenery. I might save that for another video. What I am going to do is open it. How much is it to go on? $10? So it's going to be interesting to see if anyone comes over and rides it. But I'm really happy with that. I don't know how much I spent on this ride. A lot. So fingers crossed this kind of works out for us. Yes, the first customers are on. This is perfect. Okay, so what I really want to see here is like the whole how long it takes people to get on and stuff. So because the dummies, as you know, they're great and everything, but they don't illustrate how quickly people can get on and off. So I want to see if there's a gap and see how that works out. Okay, so the queue isn't here yet. There are still people coming on, but the first customers have gone round, and I'm hoping they get let off. Doesn't look like it. Okay, that's a shame. So I'm hoping when more customers go onto it, it should be a little better, and people don't have to wait on the ride for too long. Okay, so I'm watching the flow here, and it seems to be working out pretty nicely. I'm still kind of waiting to see how it settles. People in the park have only just started coming over, but I kind of like how it's going, honestly. There's no queue, which is nice. Does mean the fast pass is kind of pointless, but at least people have the option if they feel like they need to buy it. But yeah, it seems to be working out quite nicely. But anyway, I think this park is absolutely like doing really well now. This video has taken like multiple hours of work, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, drop a like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I love to have you here. And here's to more Planet Coaster. This is the realistic, is this actually realistic? The actually realistic park, and it's looking pretty good now, which is awesome.